talk about choosing colours today. When you go to the art shop, you just see hundreds and hundreds of different colours and different makes of paint, and it really is confusing. Which ones do you choose? So I'm going to help with that this morning and go through the colours that I use, my basic palettes. And it's a good place for anybody to start. If you buy a ready-made set of paints from a good maker, most of these colours will be there. So I'd like to show you how they work. I'm using two palettes this morning to separate the colours. This one includes some primary colours. This means they can't be made by mixing other colours. This palette here is made with more complex, subdued colours that do not include primary colours. So this yellow here, for instance, could quite easily be made by mixing this yellow with a little bit of red and a bit of brown, whereas this yellow cannot be made by mixing any other colours. Yellow, red and blue, yellow, red and blue form the basis of any colour palette. And here you'll see I also have a dark brown and my sexy colour, which is violet for this palette. I choose violet as my sexy colour here because I cannot make it from mixing these other colours. In this more subdued palette, again, yellow, red, blue, I've added an orangey brown, and my sexy colour is Viridian. And I cannot make a bright green by mixing any of these colours. And the only colour extra is white, which enables me to mix some pale colours. Okay, we're going to start by making a colour wheel. I'll start with these primary colours over here. A bit of lemon yellow. So here I have the cadmium red, lemon yellow and the intense blue, and I've started to add in the colours in between. Here I've got equal parts of the red and blue, and then between these two, equal parts of this kind of purpley colour and a bit more blue. So I'm now going to add some extra red into that. So already you see the range of colours I've managed to get between the intense blue and the red. And I'll continue around the circle. And now to go from yellow to blue, lemon yellow and blue, make quite a lively green. Add a bit more yellow in and get a really fresh green. Add a bit more of the intense blue in. Like that. So you can see with this palette of only blue, red and yellow, the colours I've managed to mix. Here you can see I've not made a really good violet or a very good brown. So these are the extra colours in this primary set of mine. Now I'm going to do the same with this more subdued palette to show you the different results. That first colour is yellow ochre, and now I have alizarin crimson. This is a bluish red. The ultramarine has a touch of red in it. It's quite a different colour from the intense blue. So when you mix it with other colours, you get different results. First, I'm going to mix these two. A bluish red, mixed in equal parts, should give me quite a nice purple. Yeah, look at that. And then change the balance of those. To the purple here. And now between the crimson and the yellow ochre. So we now have a yellow with a bit of red in it. Mixing these two together can give very surprising results. Between the grey and the blue. Between the grey, this lovely olive green. Between this yellow and blue, we get these very subdued shades. This is my basic palette. You might notice that there's no black in here. And I achieve black by mixing some of these colours. Here I'm going to take some alizarin crimson and some viridian, and when I mix them together they make a surprisingly delightful dark colour. Another way is to take ultramarine and this rich brown burnt umber. And when you mix those together in the right proportion, you get another lovely near black colour. Finally, I'd like to demonstrate why this lemon yellow is called a primary colour and this yellow ochre is not. Here we have yellow ochre. And I can create that, I can replicate that colour by mixing the lemon yellow, a tiny bit of cadmium red, and a little bit of this delicious. You mix those together. Burnt umber subdues. So there you see we can mix something very close to this with these three colours. Finally, as an exercise, whatever paints you buy, whatever set you get or whichever colours you choose, before you start painting you should really get to know your colours and understand what you can achieve with them. And here's a really good little exercise to try. So I've done these exercises with two palettes, a primary palette and a subdued palette, and then shown how with a grid you can discover the possibilities of your palette. The possibilities are endless, and you never stop learning about how colours mix. I never stop learning. I hope you've enjoyed that.